Hey guys, welcome back in. Going to continue some more of this Nomad run. So I was able to get in this morning, did a bunch of ship scrapping and just a bunch of running around collecting stuff. I did end up buying a couple slots in my ship, and then got some more unlocked. I think I need like 5 more. Yeah, I still need 5 more slots. I do have a couple expansions, so I'll end up using those. For some reason, at the planet I was on, they kept sending me to the some of the same ships, and some of these are A class. So I think one of them will give me storage augmentations. But I'm pretty sure I have enough of the salvage data too, so I need to go unlock a bunch of building parts. But I think I might be able to get all my slots done. So I figured I'd go ahead and stream. Yeah, I just went to a new system. So I wanted to make sure I got my 55 milestones. Alright, so yeah, we're at Galileo now. Total milestones 55. Yeah, I had to warp a couple of times. So I'm going to run over to the anomaly first and unlock the rest of my building parts. And I also have some multi-tools to scrap as well. Yeah, I managed to get on for right around 5 hours earlier today, so I got quite a bit done. I already sold off. I think I sold off 5 or 6 ships earlier. I'm pretty sure one of them was giving me storage augmentation, so I was able to unlock like 8 slots, I think. So let's get these building parts out of the way first. That way I can turn around and sell the data. So that's totally done. I just want to go through these kind of slowly to make sure I didn't miss anything. It can be easy to miss things in here. Alright, so we'll get this page done. Hopefully I have enough. I think I only need like 60. I stopped picking it up after a while and was just digging up the buried caches. Here. Yeah, that's why I like to unlock the expensive stuff first. Everything else is only like 1 data, 1 or 2. So. Sometimes some of these roof pieces can be a little more expensive. I always forget about that. Alright, that should be everything. These quickly. Alright. Should be good. Now I want to make sure to keep 1 crappy multi-tool and just scrap all the rest. I think I only have like 2 or 3 of them. So. And I'm not going to bother breaking them down for anything. Okay, I only have one anyway, so nothing special about that. Alright, so that's all done. That way I can just sell everything at the space station. Actually, that just dropped a couple mods for me. Just install those and break them down. Give me, there they are, Sentinel ones. Alright, all types of crap. I keep getting these friggin' multi-tool expansions. Like every time I turn around I get a new one. Yeah, I figure if I don't get enough slots unlocked in my ship, either I'll run around, there's a good looking lush planet here that I actually kind of want to see. Somewhere over here. Yeah, it's a pink, looks like a pink grass. I might run down there anyway just to see what it looks like. I don't want to go back in that way. I'll go this way. Alright, so I'm gonna run up and just clean out my inventory first and then scrap these ships and hopefully get I think what five augmentations what I need. See if I can get 3 more of those. Yeah, if I don't, I'll probably just warp around to a bunch of different systems and see what I can get. I know eventually I'll get one to drop in a space station, so... Alright, let's clear out my ship first. I got a bunch of ship parts in there. Other junk like this. I just want to go kind of slow when I do this because I don't have any type of I sell stuff instantly. I don't have like a little countdown thing like normal. Let's see. Alright, there's that salvage data. Good amount of money for that. Alright, and just throw that away. Okay. I'll go through all this. Yeah, I just want to be careful when I sell this stuff. Yeah, there's no delay when I sell stuff, so I don't want to sell something that's going to be critical. Go through this kind of slowly. Yeah, I may have to make some adjustments on some of this stuff too. That way I can fold, because some of this stuff I have a partial stack on. So I want to get rid of those partial stacks. Exosuit slots. Yeah, I keep getting those, the Exosuit and the Multitool expansions. Those are extra. Alright, so I'm gonna sell off 234 of that. Yeah, all these friggin' things. I'll take the 1,000,000 credits for them. Oh, I want to break those open. It's partial stack. I'm just gonna delete these. I kept meaning to install those and break them down through the wiring looms, but I'm forgetting about it. Have all these open. Alright. Sell that stuff off. Got 3 of them out of that? Jesus. Alright, that should, no. Of course, there's always like one more partial stack of something. Yeah, I don't have to worry about space anymore, so I don't know. I just don't want it to be cluttering up my my inventory. Sell that. Alright. Stick this over here. I want to make sure I hold on to that because I might need that. I'm going to move these over too because I'm going to need that. I shouldn't need this uranium. Actually, yeah, I'll keep that in my exosuit just in case I run into any issues. This is stuff that I just want to make sure I have in my exosuit when I warp through the center. Just in case I have any issues with my ship. Alright. I'm gonna jump in here and make a quick save, then start scrapping these ships. Alright, start rolling through these ships. I just want to make sure I hold on to this shuttle and this ship, Reforged. I'm gonna check them every time I go to scrap them anyway, so just make sure I don't scrap the wrong thing. Start going through this, so I want to see if I can get 5 augmentations. If not, I can probably buy 1 or 2 slots by the time I get these scrapped. Alright, so... Alright, these are all last soul. These are not all the same ship. Another one. You don't get anything for C class typically. Okay, I do have 2 here. I didn't know if I put those in my exosuit or my ship. Alright, so we're gonna keep, our shuttle's gonna keep showing up on us. Okay, there's one of the A classes. Those sell for quite a bit, yeah, like 40 million. I just want to check them after. Okay. No augmentation. Another A class. Still none. I was hoping that I'd be able to get some out of those. This one. Back to C class. Yeah, I kept sending me back to the same couple ships. I didn't have to. Yeah, I didn't have to go over to the monolith or anything. I could just claim the ship right away. It's kind of nice. Okay, Reforged. That's the ship we want to keep. Another C class. I might have to go find a couple more storage augmentations. I was hoping at least A class would give me some. Yeah, I just started grabbing every ship that I could grab. I don't think these are gonna work for me. I might have to do a bunch of warping. But I want to check out that lush planet that's in the system anyway, so maybe take a run down there and see if I can get lucky with some buried tech. Alright, there's one more A class. Again, salvage. Alright, those will be all our ships. Nope, we didn't get any out of that. I thought for sure. Must have been a different one that I scrapped. Alright, so we're gonna switch back to our regular ship. I hate how it keeps doing that. Alright, so we're gonna get all these mods installed and broken down, then we'll sell whatever's left over. There should be a good amount of money here. I can probably just buy a couple slots. Hopefully a couple. We only need one augmentation. So I'm not even going to bother checking these. I'm just going to get them installed. I might check the A-class hyperdrives, but that's about it. Get all these C classes out of the way. Alright, just like pile up in my ship. Oh, I have more here. Shields. Actually, I should check these shields too, even though I'm not gonna really need them. But alright, so I do want to check these hyperdrives though, because those could be decent. Alright, we got 24, 27, 16. Okay, so two of these are probably gonna be better than what I have. So that shield can go. That one can go. $24, $27, $16, $15. Alright. $220, that's a good one. Give them those two. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, that's not supercharged. $199, $220. So that one will stay. $207, $199. efficiency. Okay. Alright, so we got a little bit of a bump there. Alright, just move all. Actually, do I have. Let's move a stack of this over here. Makes selling that a lot easier. Yeah. Alright, let's go sell that stuff off. Oh, that's a bummer. I was hoping to get, you know, like 1 or 2 augmentations out of that. Alright, let's sell. Actually, start with the stuff in my ship first. Chromatic metal. Sell off like 20 of these, I guess. Alright, and now there's a bunch of other stuff in here. Sometimes I hate selling stuff in this game, it takes so long. Either you go way over your target or way under. Alright, all that sodium can go. We'll sell off some of this. Alright, so that should empty out quite a bit of that. Write these down here. Alright, and get rid of all this. Oh, I might be able to get 2 slots. Okay, yeah, I'll be able to get 2 slots. Good. I think I'm only going to need 1 expansion. Alright, good. We'll go buy a couple and then I think I can. I'm not sure how close I'm going to be to being able to purchase a 3rd slot. So we're going to purchase 2. Oh, I will have enough. Okay. Purchase 3. There we go. Alright, so we're going to upgrade. Apply augmentation. Alright. So, double check everything here. Our suit is all set. Everything here. We have all of our ship slots. I thought for sure I was going to have to do a bunch of warping around to find 1 more storage augmentation. Alright, so just the right amount. I still do want to take a run down, take a look at that pink planet though. I just want to see what it looks like. And we'll head out of here and get to the center, I guess. There is a spot I want to stop first though. Luckily, I already have a portal, so I don't have to go find one of those. wanted to see if this was actually pink or not. It looks awfully pink to me. Oh, it's got a yellow sky though. That just kind of kills it. I've actually been looking for a pink planet to build on. The yellow sky kills it though. Let's get landed. It looked fine at, you know, at night. Well, dusk and dawn will look pretty good. Let's see what we have for grass. Yeah, you don't see pink all that often. Yeah, actually not too bad. Just jump in the photo mode real quick. See the sun over there. Yeah, like dusk and dawn will look nice. Just during the daytime it kind of doesn't. Alright, actually I want to just grab a quick picture of this. Alright. Yeah, I'll have to come over here on normal mode. See what we have for life forms. Alright, so pretty much challenge is pretty much done now. Going to head back to that space station and make my way over to my my portal. Get that thing all fired up. There is another system I want to stop in first. It's a system I set up on Permadeath a couple years ago with both of my accounts. I just want to warp in there to see what I can see, because I built things on that account, on this account, you know, was part of my old save file. I just don't know if the bases are going to show there, or if any bases are going to show there, because they were built on regular permadeath, not abandoned mode. So I just want to see if anything shows up there. Cause I haven't tried it yet on abandoned mode. All right, I'm gonna want to make sure I have copper. So copper's good, sodium nitrate's good, and condensed carbon's good. Ionized cobalt's good. Okay, so we should be fine for our portal. So we're gonna head over there. Jump right in here. And Euclid portal. Run over there. Alright, go get this portal charged up. Yeah, I want to take a look at that permadeath system. I'm not sure if the bases are going to show or not. Because I'm still trying to figure out how the game handles bases in abandoned mode. I think I've seen normal mode bases before, but I'm not sure about permadeath, even though this is considered permadeath. So I'm hoping the bases show up. Alright. We should have a nice lush planet to be on for this. Yeah. Found this early on. And actually there is a drop pod somewhere in this area that I never found. I think I flew too close to it and it removed my marker. Alright, let's get charged up. And I always go with the highest concentrated item when I do this, just because it costs. Oh, I should have kept my cadmium. I had some cadmium I sold off that I could have used here. Yeah, I always go with the highest concentration just so you use less resources. Yeah, a lot of times when I go to charge one of these, I'm always short on copper. So that's why I wanted to check my stuff before I warped over here. Because like probably 70% of the time I have to go find a copper deposit in order to charge this thing up. Alright, they're all charged up. And I'm actually going to hit leave. I just want to do a quick save. Oh wait, that's all locked in. Oh no, it looks like I have the Sentinel pillar over there. Oh, it's on a different planet. I wonder if there's any bases here. Grassy planet. Oh, just Euclid portal, that's it. Alright, so the address to this system, I made it this way on purpose. It only requires 2 glyphs to get to it, so if you're on Permadeath, you can get here pretty easily. So we're going to activate. Alright. And we have our 8 glyphs that we need. We need 8 for this challenge. So, for that system, it's going to be bird twice, sun 3 times, bird 4 times, sun 2 times, and then final one's going to be bird. I'm going to head through, and I believe we load in on a frozen planet. So we'll go through here. Now, like when you guys visit, there's going to be a base by inside vortex and outer vortex, and they all offer different items, different resources. And there's not a ton of resources. It's like you know, like 1,250 of each, you know, mineral gas. One big change was there was a. Let me just find my ship. There was a curious deposit farm here, but it's been changed into sac venom, whatever. If we go out here, okay, yeah. See, you got liquid explosives. There's 2 ships there. There's sulfurine. You know, you got all your plants, oxygen and cobalt. You got sodium dioxide radon. There's a living glass farm, nitrogen paraffinium, and it's at a sentinel pillar. This, yeah, this is aggressive sentinels here, but it's right at a pillar. So it looks like the bases by Outer Vortex aren't shown because I'm on Outer Vortex's account. I'm actually gonna hold on a second. There is a grave close by also. I can't remember there it is. A grave right over there. It's up on top of the hill. There's actually, when you load in here, you'll see the grave. There's also going to be a nip farm there. That was built on this account. So, yeah, as you exit the portal, just kind of look. You're actually going to exit on this side. So, I'm not sure who left their comm ball here. Somebody did. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, it's just the address for the planet. Yeah, so look over to the right, you'll see a grave marker. But yeah, there's a liquid explosive. All the cache farms are here. There's a circuit board farm built on Outer Vortex.
but pretty much everything, most of the regular resources you can find here. There's only 4 planets, so I wasn't able to get uranium. Something else. Probably pyrite and uranium. I don't think I was able to get here, but everything else is. And they're actually in a neighboring system, and I don't know the name of that system. It's really close, though. But that's a little permadeath system if you guys ever need it. Super easy address. You just need those 2 glitz. We'll get back to our portal base and head towards the center. I'm gonna have to warp a few times, though. But it shouldn't take too long. Actually, I might have to fix my hyperdrive in my my other ship, actually, now that I think of it. Alright, where's our ship? Alright, so I'm gonna bring in that other ship just to fix the hyperdrive. Alright, this little guy. Yep, hyperdrive needs to be fixed. I was gonna make 3 microprocessors. There they are. Yeah, it just dawned on me that I didn't think I did anything with it. Might as well just fix this thing too. Alright, now I can't use any storage in here, so that's why I moved like my hypercores and stuff over here. So I'm just going to toss a hypercore in that way it's ready to go. Alright. So, make sure I switch my ship back. Alright. So we're just going to spam the first glitch. Oh, I didn't want to go back there. Not paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh, that's alright. We all like this little warp animation anyway. Alright. We'll get to see it again. I have no idea what those little visual glitches are. They've been going on for a couple of years now, and they're really annoying. I even had them on my original PlayStation 5. Those little black spots that show up. Takes forever sometimes. Alright. Put in a new address. Alright, so we're just going to spam the first glitch. Now I have had different planets, I'm pretty sure, show up when I do this. I had one time that was did have aggressive sentinels on it, so I'm always kind of mindful of that.
It was a glitch planet, but it had aggressive sentinels. So I think it depends on where you are, you know, in the galaxy, because it's not a real planet. Like when I load in here, and look at the portal address, it's not going to be the one that is the true address. You know, it's the true address. The one I put in is kind of close to it. So. Okay, so we got the glitch planet. Right, this is the one you'll see most of the time. Yeah, probably like 90% of the time. Alright, so our ship over there. Yeah, now if I go into photo mode. Whoa, cancel. Yeah, a lot of people put bases here. The photo mode. See that address in the bottom corner is totally different than the true planet, you know. Yeah, you got people that build bases here. There's probably a lot of bases. Yeah, so there's 60. There's 60 bases here. Keep in mind that's permadeath. So that's how a lot of people do the try to 100% the game. They take the quick route. I know I have a few times. Just swing by somebody's base. And a lot of times they're just kind of a basic little base. Sometimes you can get some really cool ones. I don't trust teleporters, so I'm not going to use that. Alright, looks like it just runs you down to the ground. And sometimes people like to mess with people when they get to their bases, so I don't want to be stuck underground or anything. Alright. Yeah, a lot of times they're just basic little bases. I'm always interested to see what people are building, though. Yeah. A lot of them is just going to be a prefab, a landing pad, and a teleporter. Most people. Be nice if somebody actually threw up something a little. Yeah, this is a little more fancy. So. Somebody actually took the time to build like a little actual base. Yeah. Oh, that globe is still broken. That's been broken for like a year now. Little forge area. Yeah, I always like just stuffing like random bases sometimes. Same deal, I don't trust teleporters. It's probably just going down to the ground. Take a peek what's down here. Power supply. Not bad. You like just like that center pillar in the middle. Alright. So take off out of here and get as close to the center as we can. I'll just let this tell me where to go. I can probably get closer than that.
Where's the center? There it is. Yeah, you don't have to go by the guideline. If you can get closer, get closer. Alright, we're out of jump range. Alright, so we'll head here. Yeah, a lot of times you have to do like 3 warps or something like that. You actually get to the final warp. I probably should just run in here and make a save. Just in case anything goes wrong. What's this? Oh, drains of the deep. Yeah. Just take that off. Okay. I wanted to switch my mission on me. Alright. At least I made a save towards the center. So we'll just take a quick peek up here, see if there's anything good to grab. Alright, inventory's full. Yeah. Inventory's not even... Oh, there's another storage hog. Alright. Oh, I'll have to do a couple more. Alright, let's get this thing switched back. Alright, head to the next system. Yeah, they always have you take like a roundabout way to get there. Alright. As close as we can. Okay, that's 74, 78. That one's going to be closest. Now we should be able to jump right to the center after this one. I hope. Oh, I need to switch my multi-tool. So we'll call in the anomaly to make that final jump. Yeah, I was going to make it so that you had to warp to the center with your ship and multi-tool. That's just a little too rough. But you probably have a lot of the stuff you need to repair all your equipment anyway, but that would just be kind of brutal. So I'm going to switch our ship, switch our multi-tool. And just verify that I have the right stuff. Alright, you want to make sure this is charged up. Alright. Now I am going to rip out my equipment. Kind of move a few things around. All I do is kind of lay things out down here, kind of like they are in my exosuit. Well, somewhat anyway. Just makes things a little bit easier when I drag them back over. Most of the time, this stuff ends up in kind of the right place. Roll this down a little. Move all this out so I don't end up breaking all of it. Should be close enough. And actually, that too. Stick that up here. Alright. Oh, I always make a quick save before I leave. Now I should be able to make that final jump. If I have an issue with it, at least I can run back in the anomaly and switch my ship back. Alright, let's get out here. So just make sure galactic core is selected. And I'm going to be out of jump range. Alright, so yeah, you do have to kind of follow that a little bit. Actually, do I have to? Yeah, they're gonna make it so you have to. I could probably actually move over a couple hyperdrives. Alright, now we're gonna get closer. So we're just gonna turn around and swap our ship back. Yeah, if I moved a couple hyperdrives over, I'd probably be fine, but I'd end up breaking them. So, where's our anomaly? Let's break it in. Yeah, I kind of jumped the gun there. You want to make sure you go to the end of where they tell you to go before you do your final jump. I do this all the time too. Alright, we will swap our ship back. Not even gonna worry about our multi-tool. We just want to get to that final jump off spot. Yeah, they want you to follow that line, the galactic core. Alright, so that should be the last one. I'm gonna check this time before bringing the anomaly though. Yeah, sometimes it's rough because the line they want you to follow will have you go to like a blue system or something. If you don't have that hyperdrive, you have to do like a whole roundabout way to get to the center. End up warping like 10 more times. Okay, so we should be able to get our line now. So jump back in here. I don't like to summon this in the middle of an asteroid field. this flipped around again. And I always end up doing a save before leaving. Whenever, like, I do anything, I switch my ship or anything like that. Just to play it safe, in case I have to do a reload. Alright, and see if we can reach it this time. Should be able to. Just have to make sure you hold down for it. Because the last jump is kind of weird like that. And gonna have to hit warp again. And we're on our way to Hilbert. I'm just gonna let this play out. Alright, so just arrived in Hilbert. I have to actually save something here. Yeah, ever since I lost my other save file, I also lost some of my recording stuff, and I use that little warp transition a lot of times in videos, or portions of it, so I want to make sure save a copy. Alright, so we're just going to get loaded in. Loading in on a lush planet. No. This might be toxic, actually. Yeah, it's a toxic planet. Like, all my stuff's broken now, but all I'm gonna do is call in my good ship and just jump right in it and get my exosuit stuff back together, because I'm gonna die pretty quick if I don't. Actually, my ship probably isn't all that far away. Oh, I need to switch my multi-tool. Alright, where's our ship? Yeah, we can make it there.
I just have to remember I don't have a jetpack. Oh, I have a jetpack, but it's not very good. Oh, animal. I'm used to animals. Yeah, a lot of times what I'll do is switch my multi-tool and dig a hole and just jump down there and move all my exosuit stuff over. Depending on what type of planet you load in on. This one's nice and mellow, so there's our crash ship. So all I'm gonna do is bring in my good ship. And what I'd like to do a lot of times is I'll just put down a base computer and just put down Hilbert crash site. And that's pretty much the end of the challenge. So, yeah, I don't plan on keeping this saved, so I'm not even going to bother naming this. So, jump in here and take off. Just see where we spawned in. Alright, Hilbert, 711,000. So, not too bad. Our space station. What type of, oh, Corvette assembly. I hate how the game changes your icons like that. Alright, so we're just going to hit the space station and save there. Yeah, so it's another challenge on. I have a couple others in mind that I might try out. Actually, I can kind of try one now. So with this one, I pretty much make sure I unlock all my building parts, all my blueprints. You know, all the crafting, all that stuff. Get my maximum size exosuit and ship. So those are all maxed out. Same thing with my exosuit. Yeah, unlocked all the building parts, unlocked all the buildable tech, all the crafting tech, S-class ship and multi-tool. I think that's about it. And yeah, you can only have one base, one regular base, and then you can have other bases to kind of mark resources that you can use as you need them. And those are restricted to a teleporter, a little generator there, biofuel reactor, landing pad, refiner. It's all down in the description. So, but I think that's gonna do it for this run. We're just gonna put the mode select. Oh, and of course it's on abandoned mode and everything too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna wipe that save out. So 63 hours. Can I just get rid of that? I think I'm gonna just try a little thing here. There's a couple things I want to check. So we're gonna go into custom. We're gonna go to Permadeath. I'm gonna crank everything up. Enemy strength. Inventory stacks are harsh. Pretty much the hardest settings you can do in every field. Standard mode for this next challenge.
Tutorial. You know what? Let's leave that enabled. Make all that difficult. This is just going to be I'm mainly logging in now just to see what my inventory looks like. I need to check my inventory slots, but I think the next challenge is going to be like a very limited inventory. Pretty much all I want to do is I want to just find a cave real quick. I need to take a couple screenshots. What I'm thinking is you run through everything with the inventory you have now, and you have to complete the whole thing with your radiant pillar, your default multi-tool, and your inventory the way it is. Great, there's going to be some type of changes though. That's why I want to just kind of load in here and see what it is. I might actually die in here too. So I'm going to see if I can find a cave. Starting off on a volcanic planet. It's always a treat. Alright, I think we got a cave over here. Alright, we got lucky we have a cave, kind of, right there, so... Spot that we can hide. Alright, so... this is what I want to check. Alright, let me just get a picture of that. Picture of that. Alright, so we have 10 slots, 7, 10, 24 slots. And this is pretty bad too, okay. Alright. Now let's see if I can die. Our ship should be over here somewhere. I'm not gonna bother repairing anything. I'm not gonna bother picking anything up either. I just want to, actually, what's my crit? Oh, I can't see my stats, that's right. I wanted to see what my critical exposure was. Now, they normally start you off in pretty good shape. See if I can find my ship. It should be in this direction. Typically directly in front of you. Anywhere from like 300 to 600 units. And I'm pretty sure they give you kind of a buff at the beginning too, so you don't die in like 30 seconds. Where's the airship from up here? Let's open up photo mode. Yeah, there's our ship right there. Oh, so that didn't take too long. Oh, finding that little cave area. See, this stuff shouldn't be happening. Like, I can see no text there at all. You know, like, fix your game, guys. I mean, I already know what it says, but if I'm a new player, you know, that doesn't help. Alright, alright, so yeah, that's all I wanted to check with that. I just wanted to see what I had for inventory slots. So, try to think of a new little challenge to put together. Just gonna delete that and save also. These are all done. Challenges that are done. Regular permadeath. I think one of these, yeah, extreme permadeath. Normal mode. Alright. Oh, we still got the expedition for another 12 hours too, if people want to do that. But I think that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. That challenge is done. Sometime this week, I'm thinking about jumping in on my main account and just running around to all the bases I have built on it. I haven't done that since Worlds 1 dropped, I believe. And a lot of the planets changed and I had to delete a bunch of bases. So I'm thinking about just going back and checking all those, getting them uploaded. You know, maybe delete some bases that I don't really need anymore or want. So I might try to do that sometime this week. I don't think it'll take all that long, honestly, because a lot of the bases just have to be uploaded. I just want to visit to see if the planet's changed, or if it is like a resource base. I want to make sure like the silos are working all right, stuff like that. So, but might stream that maybe like Thursday or something like that. So, but I appreciate you guys taking the time to check this out. It's another challenge done, and of course, like the description will be down the video. Down in the description of the challenge will be in the description of the video. And there will be a spot down at the bottom that says like the enhanced version of it. It's going to be, like the S-class multitool and the shift and all that stuff. Kind of like the base challenge isn't as intense. So, alright guys, well I appreciate you guys taking the time to check this out, and I will see you next time. Take care.